Hey there everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Split Second. My name is Julio and I love watches. Before we get into it, let me do a quick wrist check. Today I'm wearing the workhorse Seiko SNK 807. If you know watches, you know this guy. A true staple of the community. Who cares if the movement is outdated? It doesn't hack, doesn't hand wind, but it takes a licking and keeps on ticking. But I'm not here today to talk to you about the SNK 807. Today I have something that I've been waiting to get for a long while. This came in the mail today. Let's just go ahead and get our trusty batarang knife and slice this bad boy open. Being very careful here. This thing is sharp. Well, sharp as a knife, basically. And this box is just so tightly packaged. I cannot wait for you guys to see what's in here. There we go. Let's just do a quick lengthwise incision. Being very careful not to damage the contents. Look at that. Alright, now let's just go ahead and take a look at what is inside this. And we have, some of you might already know what this box is all about. Y'all recognize the kind of Cordura. You recognize the button? It's upside down. Phoebus! Yes, that's right. We got some instructions, warranty card. You get 2 years warranty. And look at this guy right here. Oh my goodness. This is the real deal. Oh my god. Finally. Guys, I have been waiting for such a long time. It's already running, look at that. I've been waiting for such a long time for this guy. Let's just go ahead and peel off these stickers here. Because I know that everyone in the community loves it when we peel off stickers. Oh, that's so satisfying. There we go. Look at this fella. This is the Phoibos Reef Master PY015C DLC. Not exactly a new proposition for the micro brand darling. The Reef Master has been out of stock for most of the year. When my wife let me know it was back in stock, we jumped right on it before they sold out again. This watch is just so much bang for your buck, and we'll get to that in a minute. But speaking of bucks, you may have noticed in the title of the video, I'm late to the party and I paid for it. Last year when Phoebus launched the Reef Master, you could get your hands on one for $229 for the regular stainless steel models or $239 for the DLC versions. When I purchased it, the price had gone up to $255 and $265 respectively. Just before filming, I reached out to Phoebus and they actually provided me with information regarding the price increase. They basically mentioned that, increasing labor costs, and especially due to the pandemic, that's basically why the prices were raised on this particular model. Make of that what you will. They are, though, generally very communicative, and I was actually not really surprised that they were willing to provide an explanation to pretty much a nobody like me. They have very good customer service. I personally own an Eagle Ray GMT from them, and I did have issues with the movement, and they promptly resolved those. I also reached out to them for a little something extra that I have planned for a future video. You'll see. Now, on to the review proper. The Reef Master is made of 316L stainless steel, and I opted for the DLC version, which stands for Diamond-like Carbon. According to Phoebus' website, diamond-like carbon is a class of amorphous carbon material that displays some of the typical properties of diamond. This basically makes the case extremely scratch proof. The watch measures 42 millimeters in diameter. It's 14 millimeters thick, and it has a lug width of 22 millimeters. Has a double dome sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating on the underside. The bezel is a 120 click ratcheting unidirectional rotating bezel with a ceramic insert. And let's just take a moment and just listen to that. Perfect. And there is no back plate on this thing whatsoever. Now, DLC coated case, sapphire crystal, ceramic bezel. This thing was built to practically repel scratches. The watch has 300 meters of water resistance, which is suitable for swimming, snorkeling, and scuba diving. This is in no small part thanks to the signed, look at it right there, and screw down crown. And guys, I wish you could feel this. The threading on this is like butter. This is nice. No crown guards. And I'm having a little bit of a hard time gripping this thing. Not because it lacks grippiness, but because I have stubby sausage fingers, and I could have done maybe with a little bit of a larger crown, like maybe just an extra mil, you know? Because it is pretty difficult to grab. It's kind of staggy, you know? But yeah, now powering the watch is a staple of the microbrand world. You know it, you love it. It's the NH35. There's not much I can say about it that hasn't been said before. It hacks, second hand stop, it hand winds, and I don't know if you can pick that up. I'm going to get this closer to the microphone. I don't know if you were able to pick up that, but the watch does hand wind. And, you know, it's truly a workhorse, and it's a popular choice for a reason. You know, the NH35, it's a brick house, basically. Now, the watch comes on a Crazy Horse leather strap, and for those of you who don't know, Crazy Horse leather is made from full-grain cowhide, and a coating of natural wax is applied to the leather. Then it's buffed and polished, and because of this, it should age beautifully. And guys, I really wish you could feel this. The leather is really smooth. It's nice and supple. You know, it's not stiff at all. Look at that. And listen to that. I don't know if you can hear that. Squeaky, squeaky. You know, hopefully, you know, with time, that'll go away. Otherwise, that's going to get a little annoying. Now, the name Crazy Horse is actually derived from the leather's popularity of use in saddle making. Also included is an ISO frame style rubber strap. To be honest, I don't think I am going to be getting a whole lot of use out of the rubber. I'm not a huge fan of rubber straps. I might use it like maybe during the summer months when you know your wrist starts sweating a little bit, but yeah, no, I'm not a huge fan of rubber straps. Now, the watch features a beautiful sandwich style, and let me just take a second to get this camera in focus here. Focus. There we go. Now, a sandwich style basically means that this style is two separate pieces. So the black part is actually cut out, and those indices and those Arabics, they are actually cut out from the black part of the dial. And beneath it is a disc, which is completely covered in lume. And we'll get to that in just a moment, because wow. The fence post hands complement the rest of the aesthetic wonderfully. The star of the show, however, as usual for Phoebus, and as I mentioned earlier, is the lume. This watch boasts 15 layers of BGW9 and C3 Superluminova, and I just love the two-tone lume on this variant. Finally, on the back, we have a screw-down case back with the Phoebus Kraken prominently featured, along with some specs for you. So, you know, you have the water resistance listed there, the 1,000 feet, 300 meter. You have a sapphire crystal, automatic movement. And you know, that's basically what, 4 places where we see the Kraken? Kraken. 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 What's crack-a-lagging? I apologize for that. And there it is on wrist. Now, guys, I was not lying about that strap. That strap is so comfortable. It just conforms. It melts onto your wrist. It is not stiff at all. I have a 7-inch wrist for your reference. And, you know, the watch is a little bit on the heavy side, so I can kind of feel it. I can feel inertia at work there when I move my wrist. But yeah, one thing I do want to note here is this strap, you know, I think 7 inches is pretty average. I only have one more strap hole to go there. You know, this strap is really made for guys with chunkier wrists in mind, I think. So yeah, look at that thing. That's just lovely. And here it is on the rubber strap, and I gotta say, I think I take back what I said earlier. You know, I'm probably gonna end up using the rubber strap a lot more than I originally thought. This is really comfortable, and it's actually really breathable. You know, the reason I'm not a huge fan of rubber straps in the first place is because I find they don't breathe very well, and I just get a lot of sweaty, nasty buildup underneath the strap. But this is just so comfy. The same thing applies for this strap too. You know, very little space left here. You know, for smaller wrists, smaller than average, but there's a lot of space here for larger. So, you know, Phoebus kind of designed this with chunkier guys in mind, I think. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but yeah, this is just super nice. I like it. Now, curiously, let me get this off here. We're doing it live, folks. Curiously, the rubber strap has quick release spring bars, which I love, and I wish more watches had them. But the leather strap does not. So that's kind of weird. Anyway, guys, so here's the long and short of it. The watch is great value for money, even with the increased price. I'm not really happy about the price hike, and you sort of got to take the good with the bad, you know. The watch is great, but it is a micro brand. I had to wait almost a year for this thing to get back in stock, and I checked and I checked and I checked a lot. So, you know, the pros, it's extremely well made. I gotta say, this thing is extremely well made. It feels like a premium watch, in my opinion. I don't really have a huge amount of experience with premium watches. You know, I've held a Rolex or two. I don't own any, but this just feels substantial. This is a good watch right here in my hands. I do not regret buying it whatsoever. And I'm sure I'm going to be in a honeymoon phase with it. There's definite value for money there, but with any micro brand, you have the inherent problem of lack of merchandise. You know, they're going to be sold out for God knows how long. And, you know, you got to take the good with the bad. What else? Well, you know, from an aesthetic point, maybe it's not that much of an issue. You know, it does look nice. But from a practical point, I always appreciate crown guards. You know, in case you knock the crown, yeah, it is threaded and that'll give it a degree of protection. But, you know, in case you knock it, you want to make sure the stem inside doesn't snap off. And I really would have appreciated some quick release tabs, quick release spring bars, I should say, on the leather strap. Other than that, the leather is extremely supple. The rubber is extremely soft and flexible and pliable. The dial, look at that thing. And the lume is phenomenal. If you do not mind waiting a month because I ordered this watch on August 28th and it showed up on September 30th. So if you don't mind waiting a month for it to come in the mail, by all means, get them while they're hot. If you want to cut down on that wait time, maybe order it from Long Island Watches. Or Long Island Watch, I forget. Sorry, Mark, but free promo. If you want me to get it right, pay me next time. Ha! So anyway, guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this first, but hopefully not last episode of Split Second. My name is Julio. Stay safe, mask up, and remember, be kind to each other because life can change in a split second.